What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again this morning. I hope you guys are doing well. I do apologize for running a little late there. I had a wasp in my house. I was trying to get the wasp out. I had to get it out. I couldn't go live before I got that wasp out, but it's finally gone. We're here, though. We are here. Big up all the real ones in the building. We much appreciate every single one of you. We are going to be looking at the latest news surrounding Arsenal, as we usually do. There's some interesting stories going around. Josh Kroenke's been talking as well. We're going to touch on that. That's going to be pretty interesting to hear, to be quite fair. I want to know what he's got to say and where this project is going. What's Edu doing? Is Edu busy? Well, there's people online suggesting that Edu wasn't a part. Well, we didn't see him a part of the photos with Calafiore. They believe that he was busy getting deals done. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, guys. Eddie Nketiah. He looks like he's on the verge of leaving Arsenal Football Club. A bid of £17 million, it's about 20 million euros, has been launched by Marseille. I think this is the second bid, so I'm not too sure what the first bid would have been, but there's reports to suggest that a second bid is on the verge or has been launched for 17 million. And I told you that's the type of figures that teams are going to be willing to pay. This 15 million valuation that Eddie put on his head initially was absolutely delusion. Absolute delusion. But yeah, we're going to touch on that as well. Big up the Cowboy in the building. Big up Ronnie. Big up Uzo. Big up Jay. Big up Shax. We've got Trapstar. We've got my brother Alex in the building. Big up all the mods. I do apologize. Come on. Come on. I had to make a cup of coffee as well. You know how it gets. Big up Jemiola in the building. Big up Mr. Robbo. We've got Teddy Bonkers. J Dub, big up AFC, Lance, the Southern Gooner. We've got the gang, man. Big up all the people that are joining as well. Make sure we are hitting up the like button. Subscribe to this channel. Do subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel as well. New content dropping daily on that channel, so make sure you check that out. But yeah, some interesting content to run through today. In fact, we're going to start off with a report linking us with this young Wonderkid. I'm not too sure who he is. I haven't heard of him before. He plays for Barcelona. His name's Marc Bernal, and according to reports in Spain, Arsenal made a big offer to Barcelona for the 17-year-old midfielder. The young star is believed to have the ability to surpass Sergio Busquets. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, he's legacy anyway. Despite strong efforts by Arsenal, Flick has managed to convince Bernal to turn down the offer and remain at Barcelona this season. I think hay fever is starting to come back around. I don't know what's going on. Hay fever hit me about a month, 2 months ago, disappeared, literally disappeared off the face of the planet. Didn't hear from hay fever for ages. All of a sudden, hay fever has just literally come back again. My nose feels all itchy. My eyes feel all itchy. What's going on here, man? Lucky I've still got some tablets. I need to take them after this one. And that's hay fever tablets, by the way. Mikel Arteta is clearly a fan of the player, so could be one to keep an eye on in the future. Club's aim this summer is to continue to improve the academy as well as the first team. And I did tell you guys about the new and improved transfer budget that the academy have. We haven't seen that money being spent on any Wonderkids as of yet, not like how Chelsea have been operating and various other clubs, you know, Aston Villa, and there are certain other clubs you can mention that have signed some Wonderkids, some 19-year-old prospects. Samuel Ealing Jr. at Aston Villa is definitely one to watch. He is a really, really talented young player. Big up Sereda in the building. Nothing but love and respect to you, Sereda. Good to see you in the building. Big up Ace 12 as well. DJ Gatti's here, the Assembled, Tabitha as well. Come on, big up all the guys that are joining. How are we feeling about Arsenal's transfer movement at the moment? Let's get some engaging questions here. How do we feel about Arsenal's transfer movement at the moment? Do we feel that we aren't going to pull anything big out the bag? I mean, there's talks about Gyokeres. We will talk about him in this stream as well, of course. But what's our thoughts right now? Calafiore, done and dusted. Will there be any more big money signings through the door? Are we going to replace Eddie Nketiah? Eddie Nketiah looks set in stone to leave and join Marseille. He's already agreed personal terms. Everything's done. 5-year contracts for Eddie Nketiah. So all of that is ironed out, sorted. The only thing that we're waiting on right now is the finalization of the valuation, the fee. How much are Arsenal going to be selling him for? And are we going to be replacing him? Guys, give me your comments. We just have to wait and see, I guess. Oh my God. I'm asking, I'm slightly hoping for some optimism here. I'm slightly hoping for some optimism. It's been shit, absolutely. It has been poor, isn't it? Like 31st of July. I haven't even given you guys the date today. It is Wednesday, the 31st of July, 2024. And we have only signed Calafiore. So yeah, it's been an absolute poor window, but it's good to see that Arsenal have shipped off some players and made some money off players. ESR finally completed his medical yesterday. He has joined Fulham, £34 million for ESR. So there's some pros and some cons at the same time, but there's still enough time to sign some quality players. Will Arsenal do that? We've literally got 1 month. Dead on 1 month. The window closes in 31 days from today. 31 days from today, and the Premier League, the first game of the season, starts on the 17th of August. So yeah, this is interesting. It's laughable and embarrassing. 18 days till we play Wolves, and we have done pretty much nothing, moving like Sunday League team. We got Mr. Robbo, Lincolnshire Lion. Good to see you in the building. I got falsely accused of being rude to someone, so it's been a rough week. I do apologize. I hope you are doing well, my brother. Don't let it get to you, mate. I promise you. Don't let it get to you. You'll be fine. Big up Nort. He says, who will get the 10 shirt wax? Oh, yes. Now the 10 shirt is available. I didn't even think of that. The number 10 is available. It's going to get given to the striker, isn't it? The new striker that we sign is getting that number 10 shirt. It better be worth it. I tell you, it better be worth it. We got Adam Lee AFC in the building. Eddie Nketiah is still here, Wax. I know, but it's close. It's coming close. The transfer window has been dead, broski. Yeah, it hasn't been what we expected. Wax Viktor Gyokeres deal will happen. Celtic will accept 60 mil for only 1 season he played. Celtic? You mean Sporting Lisbon? You're getting the colours mixed up. You're getting the teams mixed up based on the colours. Big up man like Ronnie. Yeah, 60 million. I mean, that's a good profit for them anyway. It's a good profit for them. And I did say a few months ago that, you know, a team like Sporting Lisbon, if you go to them with 50 million, they're gonna entertain that offer. They might increase it, they might try and negotiate and get it to 60 or, you know, just above 60, but they're gonna entertain that offer. Sporting Lisbon are not gonna be, you know, they're not gonna be Benfica. See, Benfica it's been totally different for Benfica. Benfica have sold players for big money in the past. You know, them way there, big money. So to a degree, they've got some sort of confidence. They've got some sort of arrogance whereby, listen, if you want to come and get him for this type of price. Sporting Lisbon have never been in that position. They're selling and buying for 30 mils, 40 mils max. You know, they're not really. So when someone comes along with a 50 mil offer for someone that you just paid 20 million for within a space of, listen, they're talking. They might not even talk. They're definitely listening though. They're definitely listening. And if you get them with 60, they're probably biting that and they're going to sell him. And that's what the reports are telling us at the moment. 60 million is what Sporting Lisbon would be willing to sell Gyokeres for. We will get to Gyokeres. I don't think there's anything new really being published. Is Calafiore going to be good or end up like Calamari? No, Calafiore is a really good player. Based on what I've seen, you know, we can't really make the determination until we're fully seen him play in the Premier League, you know. But anyone that understands football and that knows quality can take a couple of looks at Calafiore, no Diddy, and you'll be able to tell that he's a qualified player. He's someone that can come in, and I think he will instantly come in and hit the ground running. I think he instantly comes in and hits the ground running. He's an intelligent player, a great defender, a great attacker, great in the transition. He's just a really put together player. And I think he's going to be good. Even at centre-back, he'll be good as well. And that's the talk of the town. You know, some people believe that he could be in to be that rotation for Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. Now, I know we need that. And I would opt at playing Calafiori as a left back and maybe going and getting ourselves another centre back if Kivior isn't the answer. But yeah, I'm curious to know how Mikel Arteta is going to set up this season. I was saying yesterday that there could be a change of system. We could start seeing three at the back, especially in Champions League, especially when we get deeper into those competitions as well. So there might be some games this season where halfway through a game we switch to a back three, just to kind of find confidence and comfortability with that system, and being able to adapt to that system at any time, at any moment. So we'll probably see it throughout the season. But I think there will be a back three this season, especially in those major competitions, because that's what won us the FA Cup. You go back to that FA Cup winning season under Mikel Arteta, it was a back three that won us the FA Cup, a back three. So maybe Mikel Arteta is looking at that saying, okay, I'm going to try and do this back three approach again this season, especially in the cup competitions. Let's see anyway. Let's see. Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, and Ben White is a monstrous back line. And we've already got the best defense in the league anyway. So yeah, and we haven't even added Yuri and Timber to that. Yuri and Timber's still there. Bloody hell. This defense is... Mikel Arteta has done a good job defensively. He's done a good job in building this team. Good profiles he's brought to this club. Captains, leaders, hard workers, committed players, brave, aggressors, but, composed at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can be aggressive, but we're also composed so we don't lose our heads. Like, we're really... Bro, he's managed it well, man. He's managed it well. Now it's just about delivering. That's the most important thing. No excuses, no if, buts, maybes. The team's there. You've got your team. Now it's time to deliver. That's what it is. But if you look at the profiles, I think one thing that we need to really rectify, and hopefully we do that, is the striker position. I think that's the only position that Mikel Arteta has kind of squandered at this moment in time. He hasn't really identified the right profile to go up front. Jesus, good player, but is he the right number 9? No. Kai Havertz seems like he's coming there, or getting there, but is he the right number 9? In my opinion, no. Do you know what I mean? Still time to tell with Kai Havertz. This could be the season where he just goes absolutely berserk, and everything that gets put in that 6-yard box, he's literally on and he bags. Do you know what I mean? And they could be tap-ins. He could score tap-ins all season. As long as he delivers 20 goals in a season, I'm happy, bro. You know what I mean? Obviously, there will always be question marks over overall play, but like, as long as that he can bag. But up until this point, I can't say Mikel Arteta has got it right for the number 9. He hasn't got it right. So he needs to rectify that by bringing in Viktor Gyokeres, and this is the season he gets it right. Gets a bagsman, wins the Premier League. Simple, like. There's nothing more, nothing less. You know what I mean? Nothing more, nothing less. Big up Troy. Big up all the guys that are joining. Much appreciate every single one of you. Please do hit the like button. All of that. Come on. Tumba looks like a beast. Absolutely, man. We got Liverpool on Thursday, 1:30 in the morning. Then we still got more games coming up. Let's actually look at the games that we've got coming up. I'm on the wrong thingy here. Let me open up. I closed all my tabs. We've got a couple games. We've got Bayern Leverkusen as well. That's going to be an interesting game. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think that's at the Emirates as well. So I want to see if I can get tickets for that. Where are we? We're almost there. How are you guys feeling about this new jersey as well? This new jersey is going to be released. I'll show it to you in a second. So Thursday, this Thursday, which is the 1st of August, we've got Liverpool, Lincoln Financial Field. Imagine that, bro. There's bare peas there. Of course it's bare peas there. You know how much money they're making off these flipping tickets. It's crazy. Oh, gang, you know what these guys are doing. Anyway, Wednesday, the 7th of August, Bayern Leverkusen. That's the game I'm looking forward to see. Xabi Alonso v Mikel Arteta. The invincible team of the Bundesliga last season will go up against Mr. Mikel Arteta's Red Army. Yeah. And then we've got the Emirates Cup. We're going up against Lyon, 2 p.m. Emirates Stadium as well. So There we go. They're the next couple of games before we actually start the showdown, the Premier League showdown. You know what I mean? On the 18th of August, it's going to be an interesting one. Wolves. Are we playing away? I think we are away in the first game, isn't it? These shirts cost like £25. What shirts? What ones are you talking about, mate? Because I don't know any Arsenal shirt that costs £25 unless you're going to some sort of Sunday market, bro. I think even the Sunday markets are probably charging more than that, mate. Losing out on our best young players to Man United. Yes. Obi Martin, man, he's left, guys. Obi Martin has left, and he is he's unfortunately joining Manchester United, according to what the reports are telling us. This is the shirt I wanted to tell you about. I don't know. The colors seem interesting. They're interesting colors, aren't they? Do comment down below. Let me know if you like this shirt. The Obi Martin thing, though, is extremely frustrating because this is another young player that is, you know, he's shown bags of quality, bags of potential. He's done extremely well playing for the under-18s. Now, there has been complications, and I think Arsenal have stood their ground to a degree. There's nothing they could have done more. You know, we have to bear in mind that we've got a budget and we don't want to really blow that budget. We don't want to follow in the footsteps of Manchester United, whereby, you know, they're in a mad predicament due to mismanagement of financials and budgets and so on and so forth. But it's interesting. Let's get the actual facts of the matter here. Let me see what's going on. Spare me for 1 second. So we've got Fabrizio Romano, who has given us the here we go for Obi Martin. He basically said, here we go, talented striker leaves Arsenal and he just accepted Manchester United's proposal. Pathway key for Chido, who turned down higher bids from Germany to sign for Manchester United. Project convinced the 2007 born top talent to accept. Why do they always give the year of when they were born, bruv? Just give his age, bloods. Yeah, just give his age. He's 16. That's it. Okay, 16, 17. That's all we need to know. Man's giving the year he was born in that, bruv. Always doing that. It's annoying. Yeah, so what's basically happened? What I've heard has happened here is the guy had a number of proposals. He was interested in staying at Arsenal, but the people that represent him, the agents and obviously family, maybe, they've kind of said to Arsenal, look, you know, we want to stay, but if we stay, we want these type of figures. And Arsenal have said, look, man, like the figures, you know, we can only offer you these type of figures. I don't think it was the pathway thing. The pathway thing is gas, because it's also been said that Mikel Arteta personally sat down with this guy and told him that there will be a pathway. In fact, we'll put you straight into the under-21s. And then throughout the season, we'll find minutes for you, basically. We'll find minutes. We'll try and find something for you, bro. But personal conversations have been had with the kid, and he decided to join Manchester United. Now, the rumors and in the grapevine are suggesting that it's the money. He got offered 35k by Manchester United. 35k. Yeah, 35k. Arsenal were only willing to offer him in between 15 to 18k. 15 to 18k for a 16-year-old kid who's going to be playing in the under-21s is good money. And there's a pathway, according to what's being said. There was a genuine pathway offered to this young lad, you know? But he decided to say no. And I don't think it was probably him that decided to say no. It had to be the people that are representing the player saying, 35 million? 35 million? 35 million. What am I talking about? 35k, sorry. 35k. Yeah. And that's what Man United can do, and that's what Man United will do. But it just goes to show you that they haven't really learned from, you know, previous mistakes, have they? If they're going to just plunge into a deal and say, "Oh, don't worry, we'll quadruple your money, we'll double it." That's Man United beef. But yeah, Arsenal lost out on the finances. That's why. That's what I'm hearing anyway. That's what I'm hearing. Man United doubled the offer. That's what I'm saying. They gave more money, man. They're chasing the bag. They're chasing the bag. Here comes the money. Money. This is what I'm saying, bro. They wanted the money, and this is when you're a football player, like, you need to make sure that the people that represent you, the people that you've got in your corner, really have your best interest at heart, and then they're not out here just money grabbing. They're not out here just money grabbing, because if they are and they don't really have your best interest at heart, it could go left. And if it goes left, boy, then that could be your career done. Unless you quickly wake up and decide to, you know what I mean? But Garnacho on 40k, he won't be happy. Yeah, people like Garnacho will get an increase. They'll get a new and improved contract. We paid Fabregas 50k a week. Why not this guy? Yeah, I know, I hear it, man. But listen, we're trying to manage our money correctly, man. We're trying to manage it correctly. We're not trying to overdo it. But look, it's not the end of the world, ladies and gentlemen. It's Obi Martin. He's a good young player. He's still got so much to prove. Like, he could come to senior football and just be a total flop. Like, we don't know. But what we do know is that he's got potential, and he's decided to, develop that potential at Manchester United. That's what he's doing. So we have to wish him all the best of luck. It's questionable to a degree that Arsenal didn't try a bit more, but maybe Arsenal didn't care as much. Maybe Arsenal are looking at other players in that academy saying, listen, if you ain't going to sign this 15k a week contract and you're going to be greedy and take a 20k plus, 20k plus, 35k plus a week contract at Manchester United, then so be it, bro. So be it. We're going to focus on Ethan Nwaneri. We're going to focus on some of these other young dons, and we're going to move on. You know what I mean? Eddie was bagging for the under-21s too. This is what I'm saying. We can't be fooled, man. But, we have to give him credit. He was destroying the under-18s. He was destroying it. But yeah, he wasn't happy with Arsenal's offer. He wanted more money. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. Anyway, we'll move on. We move on because I don't have long. All right, what else we got going on here? So let's move on to what Josh Kroenke's been saying. Interesting, Josh Kroenke speaking. You love to hear it. So Josh Kroenke has basically said, we seem to have fallen behind. We could see there was something we couldn't understand at the end of last season, which was the weight of the title race. And we also had a few injuries. He says, last season, I thought this group of players were ready, but we still couldn't get our hands on the championship. However, I firmly believe that this club is ready to compete for the championship, and we will continue to bring in talented players to help the club move up the table and for the fans to celebrate the titles. I know that because I have won titles with other clubs my family owns, and I'm winning titles. And winning titles does not come easily. Winning at the highest level is always extremely difficult, and assembling a team to win titles year after year requires many different factors. This summer, Arsenal's motto in the transfer market will remain the same. As long as Coach Mikel Arteta likes it, the Kroenke family will move the right way. And I mean, that's what the guy's just added himself. But these are quotes taken from an interview that Kroenke had whilst Arsenal have been in America. And yeah, Josh Kroenke, seems heavily invested in what we're doing over here. And like I said to you guys, man, these owners are serious, man. These owners are serious. I know Melbourne says, stop the cap, Josh. We need a top striker. But listen, I honestly believe these owners are serious, bruv. They want to make it happen. They want to make it happen. They don't want to make any rash decisions. They don't want to, do anything that could, deviate from the plan that they've set in stone since they've given Mikel Arteta this job. They had a plan. I mean, they've probably had the plan in place since they gave Unai Emery the job. But, some fraudulent activities was taking place under their nose. So they had to get rid of that. And they had to, move on, bring a new regime in, which is Mikel Arteta, Edu, Richard Garlick, and those three have been spearheading the project ever since. And, to give them some credit, they like we mentioned earlier, they've brought in some good profiles. They've spent astronomical amounts of money. That only says to me that this is an owner and a football club that want to win major honors. Do you understand? Their CV speaks for themselves, like he already said in that interview. You know, they've won major honours with their other teams. They want to do exactly the same thing with Arsenal. And that would have been the agenda when they took over Arsenal back in 2000, or when they bought shares, and they bought the majority shares in 2010 or 11. It was 2010, maybe, I think it was. That's when they become majority shareholder. So that's when the agenda was there. That's when the plan to catapult Arsenal into that football club was there. Unfortunately, there was problems along the way, but we're now there. We're there now, shall I say? And it's now Mikel Arteta needs to deliver. This is it. This is it. Josh Kroenke is basically telling us that is what the expectation is. The Premier League major honours. So let's see. Let's see. But yeah, man, it's good to hear some words from Josh anyway, bruv. You know, always need to know what's going on. Always need to know what's going on. He's also actually said this. He mentioned about the Americans. You know, when we were speaking about this a little while ago, where the Americans want to take the Premier League games, certain Premier League games. So the Americans want to take certain Premier League games. They've approached FIFA. This is already in the works as well, guys. Just to let you guys know, this is already in the works. They've approached FIFA to take major Premier League games. So like Arsenal and Man City, taking that game and one of those games in the year being played over in America. So a big North London derby, or a big derby, or a big Premier League derby, but not just one. They're looking at multiple, maybe like 8 games throughout the whole season, throughout the whole calendar year, to be played over in America for some crazy amounts of money. So, you know, instead of having your ticket to go to an Emirates game, or a game at the Emirates, shall I say, you're going to have to go to the SoFi Stadium over in America. What's the point? What the point is because these TV rights are going to be crazy. We're talking like 500, 600, 700 million just for one game. Just for one game. So that's what they're doing. They've approached FIFA with the idea already, and FIFA are entertaining the idea. However, Josh Kroenke is actually against the idea. He's actually against the idea. He doesn't endorse it. He doesn't endorse the idea. He believes it's doesn't make any sense. But the amount of money that football clubs will generate, and I think, look, if FIFA say, you know, we're at amber, we're on amber light. We're on amber light. We're almost going to give this the green. All it needs is for the teams that these TV companies or these investors want to, you know, approach. All it takes is for those guys to say, actually, yep, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do that. 400 million for a game. You're going to pay me 400 million. Remember, some of these clubs are only getting 400 million turnover for the whole year. You're telling me for one game just to play it in the SoFi Stadium, and I'm only using the SoFi Stadium as an example. It could be anywhere over there. But you're going to pay me 400 million just to play one game in the SoFi Stadium in the league campaign. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Trust me, teams will start saying yes to that type of money. That money will balance the FFP for them for the next 4 years. These guys are good, spending money ridiculously. No. The teams will be open, but according to Josh, he's not overly keen on this. So yeah, let's see what happens. Anyway, let's move on. We'll move on. So we've got Marseille keep working on both Eddie Nketiah and Cavani deals. Cavani is an actual baller, Argentinian, signed him on Football Manager, actually. Stats are wildly. Cavani almost done verbally, but still waiting to get documents approved to travel this weekend. And Nketiah said yes to Marseille project, but still no agreement with Arsenal on fee. Now, the fee for Eddie Nketiah, or the bid that is apparently being proposed, is 17 million pounds. 17 million pounds for Eddie Nketiah, ladies and gentlemen. 17 million. I told you, man. And that's not 70 million for those guys that are struggling to comprehend what I'm telling you right now. 17, okay? 17 million for Eddie Nketiah. And that's the figures that we were talking about 2-3 months ago. But we had Eddie telling us about 50. Yeah, that's right, 50. In fact, Eddie Nketiah is trending right now. I see Eddie Nketiah trending. Let's click on, and Balogun. Balogun's also trending. Is it because Eddie Nketiah is finally going to play in the French league and we are going to see how many goals he can score? I mean, for a better team, let's be honest, than what Balogun was at. No, Balogun was playing for Reims. So I do expect Eddie Nketiah to go to Marseille and turn up. They're more or less the second best team in the league. Why is he trending now? I'm just trying to look for what's happening here. Okay, so all right, yeah, he's trending, but I don't know what he's trending for. So anyway, this is basically what David Oenstein has to say. He says Marseille have made an improved bid. So clearly they had a bid rejected initially, and that bid must have been less than 17 million. What were they trying to offer? Eddie must have felt like an absolute prick. Josh must have sat down with him, or someone, Tim Lewis, one of these dons must have sat down with Eddie and said, mate, you all right? You all right over there, mate? You were telling us last week that you're going to get about 50 million for this guy. You were telling us about 5 zeros, yeah? Not 5 zeros, not 5 figures, but 50. 50 with an M at the end. That's what you were telling us. We thought we were going to see, you know, 8 digits, bro. We thought we were going to see 8 digits in our bank account, yeah? But we're getting approaches from Marseille with less than 17 mil. Now they've come back with a second proposal, an improved bid of 20 million euros. That works out to be 17 million pounds, but with a formula that suits Arsenal better. A formula that suits Arsenal better. The bid is set to be deemed unrealistic, but talks are ongoing. So if it's a formula that suits Arsenal better, why is it deemed unrealistic? Are we talking about the finances now? Would Arsenal say that the finances of this deal don't make sense? Is that what they're trying to say? Because I think 17 million pounds for Eddie Nketiah, who struggled to score more than 10 goals in his senior career, 25 years old, bearing in mind, you know, that's about right. You know, that's about right. You know, when you're looking at Ryan Brewster's going for those figures, then that kind of works out to be about right when you're looking at Eddie Nketiah. You know, Eddie Nketiah should have been well gone by, you know, just like Ryan Brewster was sold by Liverpool. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. 50 million was crazy. We tried to tell him. Exactly. Big up my guy, Southern Guinea. We tried to tell him. They don't listen. They don't want to listen, boy. God help them. God help them. Edu, get the signings in, you fraud. Big up my guy, VPF. Number love and respect to you. And big up all the guys that are watching. Please continue to hit that like button and get those comments in as well. Going to be here for about another 10 minutes. How is Duran going for 30 million, but Arsenal getting only 17 million? Because Duran is a young player whose value is only improved based on the data that he has since Unai Emery signed him. Duran was signed by Unai Emery. The moment you sign him and you bring him to a club and your club instantly start doing well, and he's playing in a position, what is he playing? Number 10? You got to look at his passes. You got to look at the things that he's doing in his position, his recoveries and everything else that he's doing. He's actually doing well for a 19-year-old kid that has just been brought in by Unai Emery. So his valuation improves. Eddie Nketiah is a 25-year-old. He's a 25-year-old fraud, blood. You know, with all due respect to him. He scored some screamers. I just actually saw a screamer that he scored from outside the box. He scored that this season, I remember. But come on, Eddie Nketiah has not done enough. He's not done enough. This guy's 25 and never hit 10 goals. Like, there's so much more to look at when you're looking at Eddie in comparison to Duran. There's so much more to look at. Eddie has got a whole list of data to look at. So when you're looking at it, it's like, okay, cool. I don't think I'm really going to take the risk on Eddie and go out there and say, all right, I'll give you 40 million for him. 40 million for a player that's never done 10. Come on, guys. These are the things that you have to look at. There's metrics that teams are looking at when they make these when they're sending their scouts out there, when they're making their determinations, they're looking at certain metrics. Eddie Nketiah and Duran would be a stupid comparison because, for one, they play in two different positions. Duran is a number 8, number 10, and Eddie Nketiah is a striker. And for two, Duran is 19 years old and Eddie Nketiah is 25. You know what I mean? But we'll see what happens, man. 25-year-old fraud. Come on, man. He has a family. He has a family. You can't call him a fraud. Big up Eddie, man. That's my guy. Eddie is my guy, man. That's my brother. Eddie is my brother, bro. We're talking in football terms. We're not talking about like you know what I mean? We're talking about football terms. You're not that guy. You're not Ollie Watkins and them, man. And even then, like Ollie Watkins is how many years older than Eddie Nketiah? Like, let me just quickly look at this. And we're gonna move on because I'm getting carried away here. Ollie Watkins is what, 2.5 years older than Eddie Nketiah, 3 years older than him, max. Yeah, it's about 2.5 years. You know, let's be honest now. Are you telling me that Eddie Nketiah is close to being on how qualified Ollie Watkins is? You know, come on, man. Even when Ollie Watkins was Eddie Nketiah's age, he was bagging goals, blood. He was bagging goals. You know what I mean? He was at them times there. He was actually being underestimated. He was being underestimated, underrated, all of those things. But he was bagging goals. He's definitely doing more than 10. You know what I mean? And that's playing for a team that is a scrapping, avoid relegation mid-table. Eddie Nketiah is more or less a number 9 for a team with all this creativity around him for a team called Arsenal that sit almost at the top of the table. Come on, man. Take 25 million and run. You know them way there. Hope they don't come back for a refund. Them man will come back for a refund. Yeah. They will even they'll go straight to their bank. They start making complaints to their bank. Their bank will just take that straight from your account, bruv. Yeah, take that money and run. Close your account down and reopen another one. I'm telling you, bro, it's fraudulence. It's fraudulence at its finest. But anyway, Eddie Nketiah looks like it's bound to happen. We'll see what the final figure is. You know, even though that just kind of suggested that it's unrealistic, I got a feeling that we'll probably end up agreeing to something like 22.5, maybe 25 million. You know, let's see, man. Either way, it's good to see players leaving. It's good to see us getting some money for players. Now it's about finalizing the replacements, the guys that are going to come in and significantly improve us. Who are those players going to be? Well, the first person we're going to quickly talk about is Mikel Merino, because according to reports coming out or the last 24 hours, Arsenal have reached an agreement on personal terms with Mikel Merino. The Spaniard will sign a 4-year contract with the Gunners if the two clubs can agree on a fee. So now we're in the process of trying to agree a fee with Real Sociedad. The reports are telling us that Real Sociedad only want 25 million for Mikel Merino. So the amount of money that we get for Eddie Nketiah would instantly just sign Mikel Merino. So that's probably the thinking behind trying to get that deal done. Perhaps 25 million, 30 million for Eddie, signs Mikel Merino. Do Real Sociedad want 25 million? Do they want more? I mean, he's just won the Euros, for God's sake. So, you know, are they only going to want 25 million? That's what the reports are telling us, but, you know, the reports are fraud. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I think Mikel Merino, personal terms agreed. This is probably the next signing through the door. This is the next signing through the door. Arsenal might be cooking up something here. Eddie could be in Spain right now making it happen. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows? Not much being said on Edu at the moment. Can't really see much of Edu. And as I said earlier in the stream, because he wasn't involved in a Calafiore deal in terms of like pictures and all of that, one can assume that he would have been busy trying to get deals done. Big up my guy Mad Miaz. Make sure we are hitting the like button, all of that type of stuff. All of that. Come on. So yeah, Mikel Merino, personal terms agreed. This does look like the next deal that will take place for Arsenal Football Club. But who else? Who else is to follow? West Ham have come back to life and made a move for Jean-Claire Todibo, a player that I wanted to see sign up for Arsenal, to be quite fair. What else we got going on here? I want to see Gyokeres. Gyokeres. So what we got going on? Arsenal are very interested in signing Sporting Lisbon Gyokeres. Player would be open to move. Still a difference in valuation between clubs, with Sporting Lisbon asking for around 18 million, while Arsenal reportedly want to spend 55 to 60 million. That's what this person is suggesting. I'm not too sure how true that is. But you know, one thing we definitely want to see is that celebration in an Arsenal shirt. That celebration is worldly. That celebration is worldly. Best celebration on the planet. Can't get better than that. You can do 20 million backflips. I don't even give a shit about those. Yeah, I've been seeing backflips for years, bruv. Yeah, the Gyokeres celebration, the mask, bro. It's a scary mask as well. Imagine man running at you with that mask on, blood. You want to know what's hit you, bro. You know, then when you're there, the Gyokeres mask, fam. Arsenal prepared to pay 50 million for Viktor Gyokeres 2 minutes ago. Gyokeres is Arsenal's main target after signing both Calafiore and Mikel Merino. So some people are claiming that the Mikel Merino deal's done. Arsenal scouts were in attendance to check Viktor Gyokeres at the weekend in their last Sporting Lisbon game. So if Arsenal attendance were, that's interesting. If Arsenal attendance were in, if Arsenal representatives were in attendance of this game, then maybe, just maybe, there were conversations being had with Sporting that day, that weekend. The weekend just gone, we're being told, about this still happening. Edu wasn't seen signing Calafiore. That was revealed Monday. When was Calafiore revealed? Monday. So if he wasn't seen with Calafiore revealing on Monday, then we can assume that he might have been at in Portugal with those guys watching Gyokeres, maybe trying to finalize something with Sporting Lisbon. Who knows? Maybe Viktor Gyokeres will be the next player that we walk out the door. You never know. You never know. It's a bad boy celebration. Literally, it's, you know, the best celebration on the planet right now. There's no celebration better than Gyokeres's. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, a player can give me a million backflips, bro, after a celebration. It doesn't come close to what Gyokeres is doing right now, cuz. Yeah, he's gonna bro, Gyokeres and Odegaard, I'm telling you now, I've been telling you, you guys know when I say shit and I'm really adamant about it, I'm really confident in what I'm saying. That shit is facts, bro. Yeah, I'm telling you, when Odegaard and Gyokeres link up, the connection, the patterns, the goals, the assists, they are going to be out of this world. And it's not even just Odegaard and Gyokeres. When Gyokeres just connects that last piece of the puzzle, because we've got so many players, Saka, Martinelli, all these guys, when they connect, when every single person is in sync and they're fully connected, the chemistry levels, if this was FIFA, is 100%. Yeah? This team is going to cook. Gyokeres will outscore Haaland. He will outscore Haaland. The amount of chances Arsenal created last season, if we had Gyokeres, he would have outscored Haaland last season, bro. So this guy, it's going to be crazy. The Vikings, bro. My Vikings, come on. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have to wrap this up. We will be back again tomorrow. I'll aim to do it maybe 5-10 minutes earlier, just to kind of give you guys some time back, because I've been late over the past couple of days and I do apologize. So I'll try and go 10 minutes earlier tomorrow, just to give you some time back. But make sure you are hitting up the like button. Big up every single one of you. Get your comments in down below after this video. Would much appreciate that. And I'll engage with as many comments as I possibly can. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.